hundreds of jobs on the line at Hazelwood, fears a closure is not far away.
To lose the economic stimulus of Hazelwood is a significant impact to the community. There is no doubt of that.
Good evening, Gloria Kalesh with ABC News. The company that runs the Hazelwood mine and power plant has denied reports that it's planning to shut the Latrobe Valley facility early next year. French-owned ENGIE is reviewing the operation but says no decision has yet been made on its future. But with hundreds of jobs at stake, locals are worried. Karen Percy reports.
The rumours have been persistent in recent months, but as yet, operators ENGIE have not determined Hazelwood's future.
Last night I reached out to them. They assured me that no decision has been made.
But such is the sensitivity of the matter that the minister still felt the need for urgent talks today in Morwell with officials from the Latrobe city.
To lose the economic stimulus of Hazelwood is a significant impact to the community.
Hazelwood has been a key economic driver in this region since the plant was completed in 1971. It currently supplies 20% of the state's power. The company has been fighting a PR battle ever since the fire of 2014, which lasted 45 days and prompted a scathing parliamentary inquiry. Earlier this year, WorkSafe Victoria brought action against the company for safety breaches related to the fire.
ENGIE have let that company run down and the station run down for a lot of years.
The pressure's been mounting on Hazelwood since last year, when ENGIE agreed to reduce its reliance on coal-powered generation in its global operations. That came at the behest of its majority shareholder, the French government, which is under pressure in the European Union to combat climate change. The plant currently employs 550 locals who would struggle to find work in a region where unemployment is at 10.7%.
If you read between the lines, a decision is probably imminent. And from my perspective, if there is to be closure, let's hope it is a gradual closure and not in one big hit.
Over the past week, concerned locals have undertaken a walk with the valley. Along the 70-kilometre route, they've been talking to residents about shifting the focus from coal to renewable energy. Increased health and education opportunities might also be part of the valley's economic transition. But first, some direction from the company is needed about what's on the road ahead. Karen Percy, ABC News, Morwell.
Fears for 1,000 jobs if the Hazelwood power plant closes within months. It's been, and Mark Stevens is trying to get to the winners' rooms. We'll be crossing live to him as soon as we can. But now, on to the other day's news. And there are fears 1,000 people could be out of a job as the closure of Hazelwood power station looms. The shutdown could happen as early as April, and locals are angry the state government has failed to deliver promised new opportunities.
From the outside, the smokestacks rumbled as usual, but inside, workers were shocked to learn Hazelwood could shut as early as April.
It's devastating for this area because we're suffering immensely.
The plant has employed Jacqueline's family for generations, along with hundreds of others. Now all jobs are on the line.
The looming closure of Australia's dirtiest power station is great news for the Australian way of life.
The plant's French owner ENGIE is going green, and the electricity market now produces enough to power Victoria without Hazelwood.
The Latrobe Valley needs some certainty around the closure date, and they need a clear plan to look after workers and the community.
Locals say that's what's lacking, and unemployment in the region is already high at almost 20%.
It's unfair to the community to ignore them for so long and not have a plan in place.
While an official announcement is expected next month, the state government is playing down the reports, saying a final decision has yet to be made.
The Andrews Labor government will be with the community of the Latrobe Valley every single step of the way.
The state has committed $40 million for new jobs across the region.
Keep to their promises and actually do something, because this area will die.
Christy Mayer, 7 News.
Concerns 1,000 jobs could be lost amid reports Hazelwood will power down. The state government has denied reports Victoria's dirtiest power station will shut down early next year. Community members are uncertain, saying the Hazelwood plant has been the pillar of the local economy, fearing the region will become a ghost town. Jade Vincent reports.
Looming long and large over the Latrobe Valley, the impending closure of its historic power station.
Every person that I know has worked out there over the years, even myself.
Pretty shocked about the whole business. You know, to close a power station here is a pretty big deal.
The state government was quick to pull the plug on reports the coal-fired power station would be permanently shut down by April 2017. But the Energy Minister made the trip to Morwell to speak with community leaders.
Let me be very clear. The response and information from senior management was that no decision has been made.
Up to 1,000 workers would be out of a job in a region with higher rates of unemployment. Residents say the government's $40 million injection isn't enough to save the area.
My husband works at the Hazelwood power station, or actually inside the mine, so yes, it will impact us.
Residents endured the suffocating smoke of a fire that burned for more than a month inside the open-cut coal mine in 2014. And the ageing resource is responsible for up to 15% of the state's greenhouse gas emissions. Powering down would be a big win for environmentalists.
We need to get off coal at a very rapid rate. That means closing dirty coal-fired power stations like Hazelwood and replacing them with clean energy.
The union and locals had been expecting a staged shutdown and proposed a transition scheme that would offer older workers a package while younger workers could be transferred to another plant. But the threat of a full closure by early next year has the community fearing it won't be prepared. French operator ENGIE confirmed a decision on the plant's future is yet to be finalised.
Make your mind up and give us an announcement and stick to it.
Jade Vincent, 9 News.
This year. One of Victoria's dirtiest power stations could be shut down as early as next year, threatening up to 1,000 jobs. The owners of the Hazelwood power station are set to meet next month to discuss the plant's future after its French operator said it planned to gradually exit the coal industry. Its closure could leave a $1.7 billion hole in the state's economy. Hazelwood supplies up to a quarter of Victoria's energy.